Hi everyone, Michelle here. Welcome back to episode 12, Mickey Midge Crochet Chatter. You can find me on Instagram, Ravelry and here on YouTube as Mickey Midge. I podcast from my spare room come office, so it's a little bit messy. Here in the East Midlands near Northamptonshire. But I'm originally from London and I think that's the intros over with. I have 3 kids and nobody around here who I can talk to about crochet, so welcome to all my new subscribers and welcome back to returning viewers. It's so lovely to see you here, and we'll get going with finished objects. I only have one this week. If you've seen earlier episodes, it's been a long time coming. It's felt that way, but I have finally completed my Honey Blossoms shawl for the Yarn Journey Crochet Podcast crochet along. So I amended the border slightly and I haven't blocked or sewn in my ends, but that won't take a minute, so I still count that as finished object. So here we go. Oh, the camera does not like this. Every time I hold this up to the camera it goes like that, but I'll give you a close-up of the colour changes in the pattern. There you go. Now I changed the border slightly because these picots here are meant to be in every little dip here, but it was eating rather a lot of yarn and curling ever so slightly, so I've done it every so often and I actually quite like the effect that's given. And towards the end I was actually playing yarn chicken and I ended up with this left. So if I'd done picots on all of them as per the pattern I'd have run out, but I didn't want to go back because then there wouldn't have been enough of the teal colour at the bottom for my liking. So I'm very happy with this, very happy. You see the pattern. Now for those of you who've bought the pattern and had trouble with it, maybe this will help if I show you this close up. And this bit here where there's a single or a double, depending on whether you're in the US, skip that. You only do the repeat. Where is it? I'm trying to find the centre now. Yeah, you only do the repeat section here, so that's where you work your treble, chain 3 treble. In that, you only do it in the centre one, the rest you skip. Well, hopefully that's not giving away enough of the pattern to be a concern, as it is a paid pattern. So finished my Honey Blossom shawl. It's quite a nice size. It's hard to show you without the screen going mental on me again. So, and I'm hoping once I block it, it will open some of these stitches out a bit more and show you the stripy sections. I'm very happy with it. I'm so glad I persevered and she's done. But that is my only finished object this week. I have had some movement on some of my whips. My son's jumper that he wants, I've done some of that. I am making, so we're moving on to whips now, making this from the Karen website, Yarnspirations, the Child's Crochet Crew Neck Pullover in age 4 for my nearly 5-year-old, but he's quite dinky. Now this is the back panel. I'm using Cherry Be Merry rolls. He wanted me to cut off here because there was another band of red and it would have been too much red, I think. He wanted me to cut off. He quite likes the big stripes. I was kind of hoping for smaller bands, but he likes them like this, so we'll keep on like this, and now I'm going to try and match it for the front. So here's the start of the front panel. Now these are this pattern is worked in UK double, then treble, double, treble, double, treble, or single double if you're in the US. So it makes this very textured pattern, and then the ribbed band uses singles in the back loop only, all the way along, to make the ribbing. So I'm getting there with that one. It's not taking too long. It's just finding time to do it without him in the room isn't always easy. So that is whip number 1. Whip number 2, I started, if you follow me on Instagram, a rainbow blanket from Lottie and Albert, which is made with a 20mm hook and 6 strands of DK yarn held together. I am working my way through this giant ball. It was bigger than my head when I started. And it is Mariner Yarns acrylic, so nice and economical. I just got mine from Amazon. It was £1 a ball, so you can't go far wrong, because when you hold the 6 strands together, this works up. I'll just take my ring off, it's catching on the yarn, don't want that. When it works up like this, it's really super squishy and soft, and it's coming up a lot more blue on screen than it is. I'm using lilac, grey, pale baby blue, baby pink, lemon and cream. So it's quite muted. The lilac is the strongest colour in person, whereas here it's very blue. So I've made it quite a bit wider than the original. I think the original was a 37 chain to start with, and I've done 53. So I might need to get another ball of each. This was only 1 ball of each colour, so £6. I might have to get another lot to make it long enough. There we go. It's really soft. I was not expecting it to be this soft and squishy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Mariner DK anyway, but when you put them together like this, it makes it like really, really nice. I like it. I'm very happy. Don't know how washable it will be with these big stitches. I can't see why it would be a problem. I don't know, but oh, it's so yummy. I was working on it yesterday evening when my children came home from childcare, and Logan, my 5-year-old, he noticed it straight away and he was like, oh, is that for me? And he really wants it. And then my baby Willow, she come up to me, she's 17 months old now, and she was standing there by my lap. She had her hand like that on the side of it, and she was going like this. Just absent-mindedly, just going like that, while watching the TV that the boys had put on the minute they walked in the door. So yeah, it was very cute. I think they're both going to end up wanting it. There you go, just one sec. Okay. That is the only progress on whips really to show you. My dragon scale gloves I've put down because I wanted to finish the honey blossom. So I have actually got another trip into the office on Monday, which means another 5 AM train, another 4 AM wake up. So I'll probably get a lot more done for next week's. Yeah. Then we now have purchases or acquisitions. They're all purchases this week, but some of them are going to be part of the giveaway, which I'm going to talk about afterwards, so I won't show you them all, but I'll show you a couple. I am starting a collection of minis. Just buy every now and then, treating myself to one. So obviously hand-dyed yarn is not the cheapest, so every now and then I'll just buy myself a mini. Makes me feel. So Made by Jude this is, which I've got another mini of hers. I bought the mint chocolate chip before. This is also part of the desserts collection, and it's called Macaron. So you see it's the pink, then it goes to cream, then to this sort of limey green, and then peach. There you go. Oh, I'm trying to get the right way up. Made by Jude. And she's on Etsy as Made by Jude, I believe. So that's a cute little mini. And then I was browsing Etsy and I saw this yarn dye was having a little sale. So I couldn't resist. It's packaged very cutely. I've got a little tea bag, Twining St Clements, and a little bag with little flower buttons on. Now these actually will be very cute on a little dress I'm planning to make for Willow. Look. Are you going to focus? It's because my face is in the way probably. There we go. So Disney princesses, I've got, she sent 2 Tangled, so Rapunzel, 2 Princess Anna, yeah, from Frozen. It's not going to focus at the moment. I'm not going to dwell on. 2 Belle, and 2 Princess Jasmine. Very cute. They will definitely come in handy with the little girl to make clothes for. So I'll show my London side again, little. Right, but the yarn dyer who sent me those little things with the yarn. There we go, here's the card. Snuggly Stars Yarns. And there's the back. So you've got their Etsy and their Instagram. So this is the yarn from Snuggly Stars Yarn. Moody Magenta, skinny singles base, 100% merino, fingering weight. Now look, I just love these colours. The pinks, the purples, the almost blacks. Absolutely beautiful. And it was on sale for nearly half the price that it should have been. So I'm very happy. There we go. Lovely. Really happy with that. I've got a nice tea to drink as well. And then I also purchased some acrylic. So I have a Red Heart Super Saver in green tones. This is my go-to when I made, was my go-to when I made my sons, both of them, Minecraft creeper hats, because these tones match the Minecraft stuff, you know, like the grass blocks and things. It matches them perfectly. I was thinking I might make a creeper for my oldest, who is going to be 8 this time next week. It'll be his 8th birthday. So I might make him a creeper amigurumi out of that. Oh, show my receipt. It's from Wool Warehouse. They've started selling Red Heart Super Saver in certain colours, which is good. Then I also got some Starcraft Special DK. This is burgundy, which is not quite showing up right. And gold. Can you tell what that's going to be? It's going to be a Gryffindor scarf for Logan, for him to wear at World Book. Well, they're not doing World Book Day at his school, they're doing Harry Potter Week. And on Friday they'll be dressing up. And then I got some graphite and some camel, because these are all the Aaron Waite Starcraft Special. I thought that would be a good Hufflepuff, Fantastic Beasts era Hufflepuff scarf for my 8-year-old who is going to be dressing up as Newt Scamander. And I've got this one as well because I wasn't sure, I couldn't quite tell which yellow was going to be best. That could be quite nice as well. I might ask him, don't know. So better get moving on with those. Don't know if one ball's going to be enough. Don't have to make it too long. We'll see. Yes. So that's my warehouse purchases. Now I think, oh yes, one other. Well, two technically. Right, in this box. This box. Right. Now, excuse me one second. In here, I have 2 pots of icing colourant from Wilton. So we have violet. You're going to put it over my face, that might help. Can't cover my face. You're going to show up? No, you're not going to. And burgundy. Yep, burgundy. Now these two, you can see the colours anyway. Always head towards those colours. Can't help myself. So following on from my experiment with the Kool-Aid, I saw this on eBay and I couldn't resist. Look at the size of this. The size of this. This is all ready to be made pink. Pink and purple? That's sort of pink, burgundy. Obviously I'm not going to dye all of this in one, but I thought as I'm trying different things, it's not bad. Not bad. It's softer than the other one I bought. As I'm trying different ways of dyeing, just for the fun of it, I thought why not get a big one, and I will do several different experiments, see what happens. So there might be another one to show you another time soon. Incidentally, I caked up my yarn from last week, and that's what it looks like as a cake. Okay, show the bottom. So I'm still really happy with that. I've got it caked up ready. It isn't the softest, this one, but I think it's going to be quite sturdy as a result. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking a bit quietly there. Caked it up ready. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But one of the ideas I thought, although I said I wouldn't make socks, I didn't say, I said it in a previous one and I've cut that bit because I started rambling. But I was talking about not necessarily making socks out of hand dyed yarns because they get ruined. But this came as a freebie to Simply Crochet, and it's 3 different sock designs from Roan Strong. Doesn't say that on there until you get inside, but who did the book that a lot of you have been making socks out of. And there are 3 different socks in here. So we've got the Bold and Beautiful, which is quite a nice pattern. The Lace Lines, and Fruit Cocktail, which is very simple. Now I know Crochet Circle Podcast has been talking about running a sock along, so I was thinking I might make a pair from here. I've also got the Vicky Brown book, but I quite like these, the third one I showed you, the first in the book, because they look quite simple. I'm still not confident at crocheting socks. So I might make a pair of these out of this, because it's not an expensive hand-dyed yarn, because I dyed it myself. So I might give it a go and see what happens. We'll see. So Simply Crochet magazine comes with that this month if you're interested in trying out one of Rowan Strong's patterns. Also get these cute little stitch markers, little socks on, and of course the usual lovely patterns inside if you are interested. I'm not going to go through it. I don't know what I'm flicking through it. And I also got myself Inside Crochet. Here's, look at the shawl on this. Look, look, look. Isn't that beautiful? This is actually using, if you go inside, it's using a cake yarn. Where is it? Which is even better because it means not having to change colours so often. The Lunar shawl. Isn't that pretty? I really like that. It's using a Shapey as well. But I imagine you can use any cotton. But yes, there's some lovely scarves in here, and I do have a thing for scarves. Incidentally, if you're interested in the granny along that Zines and Roger is doing, there's no, I can't do it. Oh, I'm useless at this. There we go. Did a cardigan, which is made using granny stitch. So if you wanted to do that. Don't think it's going to be what I'm going to do. There was another one in here that uses granny stitch. Can you see it in the... Where are you? The granny jacket. That gives it away. 42. There you go. So if you want to do something using the granny stitch to do with the cowl, and you wanted something a little bit more challenging, then yeah, Inside Crochet issue 98, the most current issue. I'm probably going to do something a bit smaller. I've got my eye on a bag on Ravelry, which I might share the pattern with you next week if I print it. Oh, that's gone cold. Gold tea. Okay, so as you are aware, if you watched last week's episode, I am going to do a giveaway for hitting 200 subscribers, and I've just hit 250, which is really good. Absolutely amazing. Thank you and welcome to everyone who's new. So I thought I would do a small giveaway. Now I've started a Ravelry group. I will put the name of it up here and on the notes below, not comments. Please go and join it, that would be wonderful. But there's 2 ways you can enter, and you'll get 1 entry per method of entering. So I would like you to be a subscriber, of course, and then comment below with a random fact about you. It doesn't have to be anything personal. I'm not asking for, you know, something that nobody else knows about you or anything, just a random fact. It could be something very simple. I don't know, mine could be, I studied law for 4 years and my job has nothing to do with law whatsoever. There you go. So that's a fact. It could be, I mean, that's my one essentially. Another one could be, I have 2 cats. You know, something completely random, whatever comes into your head, just so I know you're listening. So pop that down below and you'll be entered. Please also include your Ravelry name, so I am able to let you know one way or the other, either through Ravelry or here, if you've won. If you don't have a Ravelry, just say you don't have a Ravelry, that's fine. Then also, for a second entry, if you join the Ravelry group, there will be a thread there coming up. Pop a second random fact in there, and that will give you 2 entries. I'm going to put all the entries into a spreadsheet and I will then use an automatic number generator to generate the winner. So, prizes. There will be a Ravelry pattern gifted to you from your wish list if you have one. If not, let me know what kind of things you like to make and I will gift you a pattern. If there's a particular pattern you've got your eye on and you don't have a wish list, then just let me know. Also, there will be, I can't show you because it hasn't turned up yet, but I've ordered a pen from Lana Boo Crochet. Lana Boo Crochet? Lana Boo Shop. Sorry. Lana Boo Shop. There will be a pen from there, crochet related. Some homemade stitch markers which haven't been made yet by me, but I can show you the sort of thing. I have got some large clips there, so they should be pretty good for crochet, and you can hear them already. These are genuine rose quartz stones, so these little flowers. I'm going to make some of those, and I've got some other types of stones I will be making some from. So you will get a set of stitch markers and you will get a badge from Harbour Crochet. Okay, that's an Etsy store, Harbour Crochet, etsy.com. Now the badges, they will be random. Shh, I'm counting. My favourite, I just love this expression, treble maker. And this is my whip bag. So there you go. So that will be the subscriber giveaway. So please do join, even if you don't want to enter the giveaway. Join the group and come and say hi, that'd be lovely. There's no one in the group yet because it's the first time I've told anyone it exists. So, anyway, the next one, sorry, I just picked something up, is the crochet along that I would like to start. Now, I had a couple of ideas for themes on the crochet along that I wanted to do, but quite a few have been announced recently, and the ideas I had in my head, obviously they didn't know they were in my head, have already been taken, so I had to think again. So I wanted one that would mean that you guys could double or even triple dip if you like, because there are quite a few and I would love you to take part. So I thought we could use the theme of springtime, so new beginnings, you know, new life. Interpret it however you want. It could be in the colours that you use, it could be the pattern that you use, it could be the type of item that you make, as long as it fits the theme. The more imaginative the better, really. There's going to be a couple of prizes, and one will be kind of my choice, and it will be based on how you've interpreted the theme. and then there will be, obviously, if you've got an item in the finished objects thread, then I will enter you into a random generator. So you hear the rustling. This is one of the prizes. I showed you the mini skein I got from Made by Jude. I also purchased a lucky dip, and this came as the lucky dip, and I almost wanted to keep it for myself, but this is called Clouded Rainbow. It's DK weight, and it's superwash merino chainette. So I'm going to show you. Okay. So as you can probably see, or hopefully see from the texture of the yarn, it's got this kind of chained texture. So that says DK, it's quite chunky for a DK because of the nature of the chain, but the colours are very pretty. So that will be a prize. There will also be some more of the badges. There will also be some more stitch markers made by me. And then there's another pen coming from Lana Boo, which will be put together with this, the My Crochet Project Bible, from the Stationery Geek. So if you haven't seen these before, it's a great little way of documenting your makes. So there's a section so you can put the pattern, where you got the pattern from, when you started, whether it's UK or US terms, which hook you used. You know, it's kind of like a paper version of Ravelry, I suppose. But here, if you wanted to design your own patterns, you've got a place for your notes, or just any notes you want. This bit there, you can stick a sample of your yarn, or just the label. I think it's lovely. So that will come with a pen, and that will be another prize. So I hope you like the prizes. They have come out of my own pocket. I'm not big enough to get donations or anything like that. So yeah. So yeah, hopefully you would like to enter. And I haven't made the theme too generic for you guys. Like I said, I did have some great ideas, but they got not taken because they didn't know they were in my head. They were used. So yeah, I'm expecting the crochet along to run between I'm going to start it on Valentine's Day, so let's say the 14th of Feb, and ending at Easter. Oh, when's Easter? I think it's middle of April, I think. So you should have 2 months. So yeah. Oh, and the subscriber giveaway will end on Valentine's Day, so you've got until then, so 2 weeks, to comment below or in the Ravelry group, or both if you want 2 entries. So yeah, I think that's all I've got this week. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll have a bit more crochet to actually show you next week. Yeah, take care. I'll see you next week. Bye.